program.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today, man? How y'all doing today? Man, I want to come out here. I want to issue a public apology to my brother,
All right. You want
my brother Steve, aka
introduce yourself first.
my
Introduce
name is my name is Champ, aka Bama, and
yourself,
I did something to one of my brothers.
aka Belmo. Where you from?
I'm
Originated
from I'm from Callahan. I'm outside. I'm from Callahan, Florida, country, 15 minutes from Jacksonville, Florida.
15 minutes from Jacksonville, Florida. What is it like in the neck of the woods? Where you from? In Cali?
Well, the neck of the woods I'm from, man, it's country, man. Bunch of the white folks, man, not too many blacks. You know, we like to hunt and fish and everything. You know, it's just a country life, man. You know, like fishing and hunting, sports,
So
pretty much.
what's the population? Is it white, black, white? Is it what's the majority in your area?
85% white.
So you used to being around white people.
Correct.
So you ain't experienced around real
I
black.
ain't experienced. I ain't really experienced being around a whole bunch of us until I went to college.
So it's okay to say that you're not really a hood guy.
No, I never proclaimed to be a hood guy. I've never been a hood guy. I never grew up in seeing a lot of the stuff that other people see at a young age. I never been around. All I know is playing sports, being around sports, and that kind of nature.
Okay. And when it comes to you and your right of preference of woman, what is your preference of woman?
Man, when I was in school, it wasn't too much. Pretty much all the black girls were kin to you. It was the snow bunnies, and I went to college and seen that black thickness. I ain't been back in 22 years.
So you basically you love the white girls.
I don't say that, but I'm saying I wasn't gonna be gay, so I had to choose between. I had no other options but to talk to him.
You weren't gonna be gay. So at your
Nope.
school, it was no black girls.
Most of them was kin. I was kin to him. There's not so many of us at Callahan.
Oh, so
That
no.
and now that was in the era when I grew up in Callahan that you had to hide that you a white girl you was with a white girl. Now when you go back, it's normal that a black and a white girl could be together. When I was growing up, that was never heard of.
So it was unsafe for you to date a white girl when you was in high school.
Correct.
And that was in when
90,
'99.
99, 2000, all the way to 2002.
And you couldn't date a
Well,
white girl.
because my grandma, she didn't approve of it. She told me and my brother, we had to hear all that, man. She was very against it because she picked in the cotton field, so it was very touching to her. So she always used to tell us, no, be respectful to them, but she never wanted us to date none of them, or nothing like that.
So she didn't approve.
No,
Do you blame her?
not to the certain extent I didn't because I had a situation that I was 17 and I had a situation that they lied on me and everything. So I could, if it wasn't for her getting me a lawyer, and if it wasn't for her getting me a lawyer, man, I probably would have been just coming home.
Okay, so you experienced early young
72.
racism, basically.
Yeah, yeah. And I just knew that, you know, it didn't take for a person to say you did something. You had to fight it out of law, out. But most black people at that time, parents don't really have money. I was just fortunate to have my dad and my grandma to get me a good lawyer. So I really, thanks to them, I really dodged one because it's a lot of people in prison over a lie. They just don't have the resource money to for the parent people to get their money at that time.
So when that situation happened, when they arrested you, did they automatically be like, oh, you kind of feel that you was guilty?
Yeah, which when the person the young the one the young white lady Caucasian girl lied on me, which I knew it was a lie, but as being a black person, especially in a judiciary system that already proves you guilty before you even have a trial, and so at that time it was kind of hard, man. I felt bad. My grandma did everything to put me in a situation with a great lawyer, along with my dad and everything. So I was blessed. I was thankful for that because it was one of my freshman years in college. So it
But
was really tough. It was really tough.
but your grandma did warn you to stay away from the white girls, and you wouldn't listen.
Yeah, she did. She did. It's just like sometimes, I'm still bad at this now. You could tell a person so much until you have to find out yourself. Not knowing, not saying that they didn't teach me, but I went out on thinking that it wasn't going to happen to me or nothing like that, and it happened to me with a lie. And and to this day, I still feel like, everybody went to jail, but going to jail over a lie, that's a whole different ball game. Then facing probably 15, 25 years for something that she said that wasn't true. I had to do a DNA test and everything, buddy. So that was kind of rough. Yeah.
So what changed? What changed you after that situation, and how do you deal with those certain individuals or people after that transpired?
Well, it's a learning. It's a learning. I'm more of the cautious side because when you talk dealing with, especially with me teaching, when you try to talk to young people, it don't take but one lie, accusation for somebody, because people going to believe the accusation even though you have to fight it out. They still feel, oh, he did something, he had paid money to get a lawyer, blah blah blah. It's kind of tough, man, knowing that you got a person lied on you in the judicial system with the lie, which we see a lot of times in especially dealing with a lot of us, especially blacks. We have to fight everything out, and we don't have the money. And you got these public defenders. Imagine if I'd have had a public defender, I'd probably been doing 15, 20 years because
Okay.
they work for the state. They work for the state, so the state try to get a cut.
And
But
you
I
can,
was just been,
and you can say
huh?
that you was, and that was basically because of your skin color, or it was just because it was bad timing. What was the reason that you feel that it went the route that it did?
But man, it mostly I believe it was more skin color than anything, because these people already knew that that wasn't true, but just for them to satisfy this one particular person, they brought charges against me, and I was willing to my lawyer, I was willing to give a DNA test and everything, not a DNA test, but a test to say I was innocent.
Okay, so now fast forward to today, and from what you've been through as a kid and all that, now you're a Republican, uh, uh, a full-on Trump supporter, and you you very vocal on how you dislike black people. How is that?
I don't dislike black folks. I just feel like every time we come with these different excuses and poor me and everything, I understand that I understand that, doing a lot of homework and everything. I don't get caught up on this this, right now, the black and white color and everything, because a lot of times we do put ourselves in a situation. A lot of times we don't. But I didn't go by saying me, poor me, oh Dominique, poor me. No, nothing like that. I just learned from my mistake and how to move different. So I don't try to put myself in situations like that. So nobody can say I did anything. So I have to move smart, especially when you working around kids and anything else like that, man. You have to not put yourself in a situation to give a person the upper hand and say you did anything.
So you saying black people put themselves in situations to have a
I
negative.
didn't say, I'll say not all the time, but a lot of times we do.
So walking while black is a situation.
So we
Driving.
see that. But let me tell you a story that happened to me about 7 years ago. This was in Ponte Vedra. I was coaching. I was taking one of my kids home, and the cop got behind me, and that was around 20. No, it was 2020, I believe. And steady me going back and forth with the cop while you pull me over. I had my hand outside the car before he came up to my car. He was like, "Why you got your hand up outside the car like that?" I was like, "Man, I'm scared, especially I'm out in the boomies. I don't know what's going to happen." That was um. Then he gonna tell me you fit. This what peed me off, but I didn't argue. I didn't even do anything. He gonna say you fit the description of someone that we were looking for. All because I went into a nice neighborhood and I was coming out. You got behind me. My license plates were good. Just because I was coming out of a nice neighborhood, you thought I was coming in a nice neighborhood to try to break into something, but that wasn't the case. So I'm not denying that a lot of times that stuff do happen, but I had to move smart. I didn't just go out like most people. Why you pull me over? Blah blah blah. I was respectful because I was trying to go home at the end of the day. It's just my word against his word. So
So it's a lot of people that was respectful and they ain't make it home, and,
correct.
and they was prejudged. But at the end of the day, I know your take on it, you like, oh, they called it on themselves, but just because they black or their skin color, whatever. But you be quick, you quit to defend the other side, but you don't defend your own kind. Why?
That's not true, Pete. I just don't. Sometimes I look at before I have learned to before I say anything. I kind of do my homework about it before I speak on anything that I don't know anything about. And once they come out, I don't want to look like a jackass or prejudging somebody on something that I have no clue about it. But nine times out of 10, when you read the cases, a lot of people gonna say that's not true. That's something that they're putting in. But at me, I just look at it and I read and I just put it hand to hand before I come out and say X, Y, and Z. Because I know we live in a society. Just because we black, we supposed to agree on with everything a black person say, and that's not my take on everything when I'm talking to us and everything. And I wouldn't want to be any color but black. Don't get that twisted. I'm proud of my color,
So
but
you proud of your color, but don't like your kind. Why?
that's not true. I didn't ever say I didn't like my kind. I don't like I sometimes I don't like us. Sometimes when we don't think irrational. We just think off of emotion. We get everything that's emotional with us when it comes to us. Not all, but a lot of times we do react on emotion.
Because
But
we react on emotion. That's what you say, or mostly everybody react on emotion.
mostly everybody act on their emotions.
Okay, so you can't single out one different kind because at the end of the day, everybody gonna act on emotion and they gonna do what they want to do in that particular moment. But when it comes to us, you very hard on us because you feel like you fall in the narrative of society when it comes to what the outside say about our race, and you just run with it instead of
That's
you.
not that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. We can have it. We could be in black. It could be in black and white, and it could say that we did wrong. Just like for instance, we knew for example, we knew that R. Kelly and allegedly they say Jay-Z allegedly did all this, but we want to turn the blind eyes acting like they didn't do any, act like this ain't been going on ever since we was growing up. That's why I think that sometimes we play. It's all about who we like in our race. It's all about who we like. We're gonna gravitate who we like the most. That's all I'm saying, Peter King.
Yeah, but it's clear to say that it's R. Kelly on the other side too that's not getting the shaming that he getting. You ain't gonna name no names because you see it every day. Like
You talking about President-elect Trump when he was with the Epstein and all them. He was in documentation.
I ain't talking about no President Trump. It's been a lot of different ones, people, but we're not gonna name the name because at the end of the day, when it come down to your skin color, you getting charged and you getting no bond. And your favorite line is lock the nigga up. Why?
Because I told you what I am. I'm a protege of my boy Charleston, man. I just feel like a lot of times people. Hold on. A lot of times as black, we don't like what he's saying, but he's speaking the message. Because at the end of the day, just because he's black and he's saying what he's saying, a lot of people get mad and say, "Oh, he ain't black," and this and that.
Say he ain't black. Go lay down, Mom. He said.
Hey Parker, who Ricky Barber Rose?
Why? What about him?
She say Parker is a smart dude. He knows his shit.
Yeah, he knows. Hold on, buddy. At the end of the day, we get your shirt. At the end of the day, you gotta understand that it's a lot we up against too as people.
So Pete, we gonna keep passing this narrative where we see all these black on black crime, which other races do it as well. So what are we gonna do? We gonna keep holding that it's the white man fault for that?
No, it ain't. We ain't gonna say. We ain't gonna continue. We ain't gonna continue that. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand. Like it's always, it's a setup. Like you put in situations, and we are survivors, so we gonna survive it. And when it comes to it, like we put in a situation where you ain't got all the opportunity. Imagine you coming from this neighborhood and your neighborhood, the other neighborhood don't get along. Now they close that projects, and then they move all y'all in the same neighborhood. Now ain't that's a trap.
Pete, as a community, we have to do better, bro. And I understand that. I'm just talking about our race. We got to start passing the buck and take care of ours. You know what? When I grew up, and you probably grew up, we the same age. When we grew up, our ancestors and our grandparents had a standard for us, buddy. And the standard was we was respectful. We worked. Them older folks worked hard. They stuck together. The worst thing that could have happened to us as black folks when Dr. Martin Luther King wanted us to join up with them. We would have been better off if we would just stuck to our kind. Do you agree with that?
I agree. I agree with that. But at the time, he was doing what he thought was the best for the culture and for the people. But at the end of the day, when he got down to it probably hurt us more than it helped us. But he was doing what he thought was possible. He thought was right at the time. So you can't blame him for putting it. He died. He died for it.
So I see what Blue A. Milton said. We the only race to get highlighted for. Hey, ask this. Yeah, other races do it, but we just talking about coming to for hours. We talking about us. I know y'all gonna say, what about the other race? We talking about for us. We just had We just had a whole bunch of killings the other day. Then they had one in Palaco over here on Chris. We cannot get along for nothing in the world. Our babies are dying like it left and right. Our babies in our black community are dying left and right, bro. These kids are dying at 11 and 12.
Yeah,
because we don't have a lot of mentors out here to show. We don't have a lot of mentors out there to show these young kids to resolution rather than putting the guns down. Talk. We don't talk anymore because the internet has made them where everybody is so tuned to their phone without even having a conversation. We don't even do that anymore. We revert to wanting to fight. We want to kill somebody. But why we can't sit down and have a conversation before all this right here?
So you can say we have been controlled by the media.
I don't think we're being controlled by the media. I mean, we control when the father's not in the house. When our kids, when we not, and we think, Peter Ken, you work at the school, I work at the school. It's the same. 16 years I've been doing it. When you walk in here and you see nothing but single black women, where are the fathers at, bro? When you work, I referee Saturdays. Where are the fathers at? You got single women on the football taking their kids to practice and they going to the game. That's all I see out there on Saturdays, women. Where are the fathers at, bro?
I can't answer that question because I'm a full-time dad. I have my babies as much as possible, but at the end of the day, it's still a situation where people gotta go to work. The father also gotta be a provider. See,
Pete, but
night shift, he gotta take care of the house.
Pete, it's no excuses when you got these women, these young ladies running circles around us, man. They got 4 kids, they got to work, they got to take care of the kids. So it's all right for a woman to have 4 and 5 kids, take these kids everywhere, and they able to do it. But as men, where they at? No help. That's what I'm saying, Pete. We have to do a better job as men. We have to. I'm speaking for black males that seen it, teaching, seeing women get up and do it. They running circles around us men, and they're not making no excuses for it. So I'll be goddamn if as a man we make excuses while the women got to have the baby for 9 months. When they having problems, they can't pull their problems off because the child, they got to tend to the child. Whereas guys, we go out here and make about 10 to 8 babies, and the woman have to be stuck with that child. That's not fair. So what I'm saying is we have to, as men, we have to get a hold of it and work together to help these young ladies out, not just put a seed in them and then walk away. I had to learn that when I was young, bro, and seeing it every day. We have to do better. We can't put this on the women because it's sad when I see these women doing it, running circles around us as men. They are running circles around us, running circles. They don't make no excuses. Them women bring their kids to school every day. It's 3 or 4 or 5 of them. Where the fathers at?
Yeah, but I hear you on that. Is also too like as coachly now we gonna I'm just stepping to it like as a woman and a man. Most women when they pick their partners, they probably know the man ain't shit from the jump, but they still wanted to have a baby from him. And then now when the man ain't showing up to games and whatever birthday parties and contributing, that you know he had 16 different women.
But Pete on
baby, you still wanted to be with this nigga, but it was this other nigga right down the street that like you that really wants to buy into you and pour into you. You don't want him. You want the nigga that everybody else want. And now you want him to be at the game. You want that man ain't got time for you. He got other women. He got other shit to do. So get what?
Pete, that's true. But at the end of the day, that's not a man. If we gonna say that because a man gonna take care of his responsibility because at the end of the day, it's all about accountability. Like we can't just hold these women to a high accountability and we don't hold ourselves as accountability. I wouldn't give a dang if the girl was with him. People change. We all been in a relationship where everything started off good with a woman, but when we have a child, things start to change. That could be if your partner, whatever, you with another person, she might be using a child on you. We see that a lot of time. I'm not denying that, but it doesn't exempt for us for taking care of our responsibility. Yes, we all been young. We did some things that we don't agree with it, but being around in education, I see it each and every day, and it's sad, bro. It's sad these women, even though they lay down with the man at the end of the day, but it's still a child that is suffering. And everybody want to know. Everybody want to know who. Everybody want to know their mom and father and where they come from. Even though we might have laid down with this woman, she might have changed and everything. It still doesn't matter. At the end of the day, these women are running circles around us, and it's not even close. It's not even close. And the beautiful thing God ever created was a woman, because the Lord knows if He just created nothing but men around here, I wouldn't want to live, bro. That's the beautiful thing He created. It was a woman, Pete. Don't forget, we're not even here without a woman.
It's a gift and a curse, because at the end of the day, today's women ain't yesterday's woman.
Well, we know that. They don't even cook. They don't do anything. All they want to do is go on Instagram, man, I just learned something about the filters now. They when you see them in person, they don't even look like they're in person. They got the filters to make them look like they're Beyonce. They're 100%.
No, but at the end of the day, like, it's all in our culture as Black people, it's all about status. And
correct.
I can't give you the status that you're looking for. I don't really want them. Like, if you see in other societies and other cultures, like just say we in Miami, we from Miami. You can see a badass Cuban woman with an old fat dusty boot Cuban dude with a pocket full of money, and she happy because she know that man gonna take care of that house, and he gonna be there. He gonna do what he need to do. In the same instance on the Black side, it can be the same thing, but the girl don't care because shit, he ain't what I want to be seen in public with. So shit, I'm gonna take his money and then I'm gonna be with the other nigga by the end of the day.
But Pete, we come together though. That's true. A lot of these women like that. You could treat a woman and the people that's watching our live podcast, you could treat a woman so good, they're gonna dog you out. Just for example, we could look at the Travis Hunter situation. This dude don't do nothing, come home, do everything, but she's still searching for something that she don't get out of Travis. What woman won't want a man that come home, cook, clean? He's not out in the streets. We are the ones that get dogged out. I call us the Russell Wilson. What they say, we the elf niggas that they don't want, but they'll have babies with 4 or 5 good men, 4 kids or 5 kids with these no good dang baby daddies, but they want a good man to come save them and their kids. I don't think that's right, because I believe if you ain't got no kids, I think you should get that person, that man that's pursuing you. He might don't be what you're looking for, but he's going to build, and y'all going to build a foundation. Women nowadays are not like that. It's all about what you got. All you do is got to show them some money. I got a friend that did this. He was renting a nice car for about almost 4 months. The girls was loving it. He had showing the money and everything just to show you. She ended up leaving a good dude that was working. He was an 8 to 5 Negro. Work, make sure she was taken care of. She didn't want that, Pete. That's what we living at, bro. That's why the homes are broken. That's why guys can come out and have all these babies and everything, these women, because a baby ain't gonna keep no man. I don't give a dang what y'all say. I don't care how much. A baby is not gonna keep no man in your life. Right. And the internet has made these women so acting like they don't need no man. We're in a society when women say, I don't need no man, I can do it by myself. You can't raise no kid by yourself. You can, but it's much easier to have both parties involved in raising the kid. But society telling us this sexy red music is promote. These kids can barely read on a grade level, but they can tell you how to text. They can tell you how to twerk. They can tell you all this right here. Being in the education field, you see all this. You see all this, and it blows your mind how a kid can know all this, but he's not reading on a grade level. Our black kids are not reading on grade level, Pete. But we know all this other foolishness. What you think about that? You just got in the education field. You see it. You worked at the group homes.
Right, I did, but at the end of the day, like, we can't make it. I'm not gonna make an excuse for the kids because they like in today's society now we kind of force feed our kids with iPads and cell phones just to keep them quiet.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of guilty of that right now. If my baby cries, say I want a phone, I'm gonna get her the phone and let her talk on the phone. Well, not even talking, just watch YouTube because they keep them quiet for a while. And I'm guilty of that. But at the end of the day, when you said what happened to the men and all that, you just answered your own question because when it came to it, when it comes even just in for say it ain't people don't value family no more. Like we growed up.
Thank you, Pete. When we growed up, we had family reunions.
Just at my grandma's house, we growed up under the tree.
Correct.
Me and my cousins, we was like brothers.
Correct.
And nobody couldn't walk down to my grandma's yard and talk shit because you gonna get your ass whooped. And you ain't gonna come to my grandma's house and threaten nobody or do anything. With one fight, we all fight. And
Pete, that's what we grew up. All us, we grew up the same way.
We growed up like brothers, and anything was to go down, we all coming. And that's
but Pete, but that is true. The 80 babies, the 70 babies, 60 babies, we all experience that. These Ray Lewis, I showed my kids this, my students this, a video of Ray Lewis talking at a graduation. Ray Lewis talk at a graduation. He say when it's 10 a.m. he want all his kids' phones. Ain't nothing after 10 o'clock. But these kids could tell you how to text. They could tell you how to do everything else. But if you had a simple question for the kids to do, they couldn't even tell you how to change a tire. When we grew up, we know how to change tires. We know how to wash clothes. We knew all the stuff, important stuff that we got that the kids don't even know nowadays. That's why I'm telling parents now, we got to stop using these tablets to keep the kids quiet because it's messing them up. From age 1 to 6, kids, you need the kids to learn, not with the tablets. The tablets are hurting the kids because the parents are so lazy. They're going to give them a phone. They're going to give them a tablet. Sit down with your kids. Teach them how to read. When they get to pre-K, they get all this. They know they like a grade ahead. So you won't be having to blame everything on the teachers, but they always trying to make us the heroes, which they don't pay us no money, but we supposed to come up and make them superheroes to teach them how to read. If you're not doing that with your kid at home, what you think a teacher's supposed to do? The teacher can only do so much. We're not superheroes. That's all I'm saying.
Right, you can say that too, but at the end of the day, you don't know what the mom and dad have to do. You don't know their working status. You don't know if they working 2 jobs, come home, gotta get sleep, get back up, go back to work. So it's all different situations. Cause at the end of the day, we ain't perfect, and we all can't say what this person doing and that person doing because it's like just like right now, like. We are this is what I think about all the time. Like when I was growing up, my uncles and my daddy was too much never around, but all my uncles, they taught us how to hunt, they taught us how to fish, they taught us how to do everything. So my Uncle Buddy, my Uncle Bum, Albert, all they taught us about life. Now this is where the problem lies. It's now that we are the uncles. And we are the ones in charge of teaching the next generation, and we are failing the next generation because we're not teaching them what our uncles taught us. They taught us how to survive. So now that we are in charge to do that, we're failing the kids because we're not doing that shit.
Yeah, I see what your girl Blue, your homeboy Blue said. Let me ask both of y'all this question: parents trying to be younger than kids, how y'all think about how they can a child respect the adult? When we was growing up, we as grown ups, we knew they didn't even have to tell us to go in the room and be quiet until them people left. That was taught when we was young. When grown ups came around, we knew to get out of grown folks' mouth and don't come around until they gone. Kids nowadays, parents want to twerk with them. They want to talk with, they have conversation with. Why you think these kids? It hurts my heart. I had a kid tell me this year, I don't have a daddy. My mama say my dad don't do nothing for me. How at a young age you talking to your young child about he don't have a daddy. It just hurts you. It just hurts you for parents to sit up and talk this kind of stuff around their kids at a young age. At the end of the day, he was somebody you laid down and had a baby with him. I had to learn that too. Why talk about your baby mama, baby father, however? Well, you was the one that put your stuff in it and got her pregnant. At the end of the day, you got to look yourself in the mirror because he wasn't that bad to lay down and have a child with you.
Yeah, we good. Yeah, I agree though, but when it comes to it, it's like we all.
Yeah, you're right, Miss Moore. Miss Moore said they too busy trying to be their friends. Yeah, they trying to be their friend. I always tell them. My grandma used to always make this saying: "You play with a dog, you'll eventually come back and lick you." Being friends, they're gonna have enough friends. You got to be a father or mother to them. Show them tough love. Not saying be mean to them, but show tough love to them because the real world out here don't give a god dang about you being nice to them. And a lot of times these parents want to be friends with them, and these kids go right out to the school and they make a behind out of them. Talk to them and disrespect them any kind of way.
I can agree with some of that too, and this is my testament. Like when it comes to kids, like you'll see kids at school, the baddest ones be dressed the freshest, man,
but can't read and can't read or write.
You gotta be fucked up. You gonna be dressed how your grades look. If your grade F and D, your ass be in some F and D clothes.
But the parents don't care that they think being a parent is dressing them up. It's more than you want your kids to look presentable, but also look presentable with their grades. And we got to get away with this thinking that everybody's going to be a professional athlete. Everybody's going to college to play football, but everybody's not going to college to be a professional athlete. What are you going to do? You don't even necessarily got to go to college. I always push trade, coding with the kids. You can go electrician making $25 an hour without just a high school diploma. You go to trade school. There's ways to make money. So we got to start then $200 like Miss Moore say, paying $200 on shoes and can't even spell shoes. Yeah. But they look. It's just like us. You could dress a person up.
I'm seeing elite. Yeah,
so you gonna blame Blue? So you dress them up. You could dress me up or whoever. I'm still gonna be that same person. I'm just gonna be a dressed up idiot. It doesn't matter. We gotta teach them something. I'm just tired of our black kids. Every time you turn on the news down here and they're getting killed over stupid stuff. I am just so tired, man. Everybody want to be in the club. Everybody want to be the gangster. Just like that 12-year-old boy King, finessing all them dead behind Rome. What you playing dice with a 12-year-old for? That's just another prime example. Everybody want to be down. We want to be friends instead of trying to teach them something.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I seen videos of that kid that he found that kid was rough like that, but he did try to switch it up a little bit, but again,
but Pete, how you gonna switch it up? How you gonna switch it up when he started doing that at first? You can't do that. If he was gonna switch it up, he should have said, "Man, this ain't not the way of life you should be doing. You young, you 12 years old." King sound like he by 18, 19, and he 12.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of kids like that in the hood, but I get it. I do get it because at the end of the day, you're still a grown person. You should not facilitate a child and use him for capital gains. And at the end of the day, he right and wrong. But he did when he tried to switch it up. That's what he said. The kid resisted.
But Pete, you gotta understand. Of course, the kid gonna resist it when you give him money and he around you showing you dice and all that. Then you try to switch it up and change. That boy gonna be like, "What do you change on me for like that?" Of course, if he would have just said, "No, brother, we ain't doing that," it would be different.
Right. But at first it was like cool, dude. Like he probably figured out, damn, I ain't doing this kid no justice, so let me try to get him right. And then try to get him right.
You bringing Miss Milton in?
That's a guy, bro. That's not...
Oh, you bringing him in?
Yeah, I'm gonna get him in. But yeah, so at the end of the day, we just gotta figure it out. And when it comes to it, like the school system and all that other stuff, like for me getting into it, It's all set up for failure. It's set up
Pete, we know that. We know that. You know how much these schools get paid, bro. Every kid that come into school, that's money, bro. It's like the prison. They get kids. The school getting paid off how many kids in there. That's a business, bro. School is a business, bro. They get paid off them kids, especially them ESC kids. You know how much money they get for them ESC kids?
I don't know, but I
They get paid. They get paid. Why you think they pay the ESC teacher a lot more than a regular teacher? That's money, bro. The state get them money. You with different people with different IEPs and different accommodations that you got to have for the kids. They get paid.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, like we like I'm a father. Like I ain't perfect. Like so, like I do try with my daughters, and like even with her, like I have her. I did my twins. I had them. At the end of the day, we just gotta be consistent. It's sometimes it be hard to be a father because we got some people that won't get out of their own way and let you be a father.
Pete, just call it for what it was. Pete, just call it for what it is. The great fathers, they get treated like crap like you. You go through the most and you do a lot for your kid, but you have your child's mother always going against the grain with you, bro. I don't understand it. Well, you got fathers that don't care about the kids. They live scot free. They don't have to worry about. But the ones that work and everything that take care of their kids, you get dead wrong. Living here, I done never seen it like this, bro. The guys that take care of their kids, they have to go through the most hell with their baby mama. I don't get it.
I don't want to get into that about my baby mama, but it's life, and I ain't finna go through.
But my grandma would say, why you complaining? You laid down with her and you had a baby with her.
That's true.
She would always say that. Stop complaining. You slept with her.
Yeah, I did, and that's why I ain't complaining. I just gotta do what I gotta do. Shit, I ain't tripping. But,
and you know a lot of them are turning parents on against them. I don't have no respect for a woman that used the kid as a pawn and turn the kid against their father, because I always believe a kid gonna grow up and get older. They're gonna see who take care of them. You don't have to tell a kid nothing. They will see. They will find out themselves without you putting any seed in their head about your daddy. They're gonna know about their parents. Vice versa.
Then it might be too late though, because at the end of the day, after the father tried to beat her and you pushing her away, then after a while, be like, well, I'm gonna let you have that. But then when you come back around, y'all relationship ain't there because you don't know the kid. Like
that's true, but Pete, that's true.
Wrong person now. Now you trying to instill discipline into a grown person, and it don't work.
That's true, but at the same time, that's true, but you try to build a relationship with them, because the mom, I didn't see a lot of women poison these kids' mind. And I'm like, bro, y'all don't even know. But the first one crying when she don't have no control, oh, he need to leave my house. But you created the monster. You created the monster. The society is soft. It is so soft, Pete. You got women killing kids, man. Their own babies, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it, bro. They killing their own child. That's why you got to watch who put them spirits around your kids. And sometimes be their own parents putting the spirits around the kids.
Yeah, but as a person, you gotta see the signs. Like you know when the woman that you trying to mess with ain't no good, but you know what? You still try to mess with it.
If I knew that, Pete, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. I can tell you that. Yeah, I wouldn't be in the situation, because at the same time you thinking that she's going to be the one and blah blah blah. All my life, you told me that in college. I have been a sucker for love for these females, bro. Treat them good, and look what at the end of the day, what happened to me. That's my new name, Sucker for Love Champ.
Yeah, but you can't. At the end of the day,
I treat them old school. I respect them. You know that. I'm a good dude too. I might have my way, but I ain't disrespecting them. I ain't calling them out their name. I provide. But look what happened. They want the dope boys. Pete, you know, they want the guys to go upside the damn head.
No, I mean, it ain't even that. Just say, nah, this what you feel love. Like, where you meet a person that you gotta understand it. What age they in, like you trying, like, how old you is?
40.
How old your last baby mama is?
28.
How old she was when you got her pregnant?
I think she was 26 if I'm mistaken.
Was she ready to be a mama?
Pete, I don't know what she ready.
No,
Nah, no, I don't think she was, because hell, I'm doing everything now. No, she wasn't ready.
Okay, so you already knew that.
People change, man. People change. Well, she got Moore got a point. She said, well, this is the thing. Mental health in the black community is played down. We still discount that yeah, Miss Moore, you right. Remember when we was growing up, everybody was scared to go to the doctor and somebody tell them out they got a mental problem, a mental issue. But now everybody got mental issues. Remember as blacks, we were scared to go for somebody to say we got mental illness. But as soon as one of them other ones go out there and shoot up a school, what the first thing they say? They got mental issues. They use that all the time.
Well, but I can agree with the fours, the mental illness too. It's like just say when you get to the school now, they trying to pack it on all those kids, and most of them kids ain't even what they try to make it.
They try to. It's a money thing, Pete. It's a money thing. Now blacks thing got on to it. Most I ain't never seen it in my life. Most black parents are not scared that they'll come out. They want to put their kids on the IEP. They need services now. Before they was hiding. We was hiding all that. Yeah, you're right, Miss Moore. We called it crazy. She said, well, we called it crazy, but it's poor behavior that actually is traumatizing spirits that is swept under the rug. We ignore the red flags. That's true. We do. Now we starting to catch on, Miss Moore. If your child got some kind of problem as mental illness, get them checked out early. Yep, the money. They get money off of this, man. It's a money thing. Why you think the blacks starting to pick on, like I say, they tell the school, yeah, we want to get our kids checked out for IEP. We need some help. We need to see what's going on. They track all that. Boom, boom. That's money.
Yeah, but I gotta be kind of like different. Like for me coming from like I worked in the juvenile field for 9 years, and it's like when I come in there, it's like I'm different because I try to help kids. Like I get them to see their faults. So a lot of kids when I come in there, they hate me because I ain't finna be. Oh, you gonna be all right? No, if you don't change, you gonna die, bro. Like at the end of the day, you come here, you still come, you ain't trying to change. These people gonna give you 17 chances. Now you get in the program, you want to disrespect the style, you want to do all this. Like all thing I do, I try to preach to them like, bro, listen, being gangster don't pay no money. Like we as people want to be the dumbest shit that don't make. Oh, you a real nigga. Oh, man, fuck a real nigga, man. You better be a smart individual. Because at the end of the day, real don't pay you nothing when you can't pay.
What I used to tell y'all in college, I used to tell y'all in college, I used to tell y'all they don't bury the scared, they bury the dead, right? Yeah, trying to be stuck. I used to say that to my friends. I don't give a damn trying to be a real nigga. They don't bury the scared, they bury the dead. And at the end of the day, when you dead and gone, that street's still gonna be there. That street gonna say Callahan. You're gonna be 6 feet under. Life gonna go on, because you know when we all pass away, the first 2 weeks, everybody gonna be crying and all that. Soon as they put you in that dirt, about a week or so, everybody gonna go about their everyday life. That's just how it goes. That's for everybody. It is what it is.
Imagine dying for something that you don't own. Dying on the street, a block, or anything. Which don't make sense. And it's also like when it comes to it, it's like, oh, you ain't real, you ain't true to yourself. But at the end of the day, bro, we can't be lying to these kids. And when it comes to it, like, if you see like what's happening is like, okay, today they took all the blue collar work out of schools. Trade schools. 9 times out of 10, most of the kids that's in school really don't want to go to school. I don't get it.
They're forced to go to school.
School ain't for everybody, and I noticed that a lot of kids that go there for a babysitter, and their parents just send them in, and you have to go.
We tell you no lie. All the bad kids never miss no school. They don't, like the holiday before we got to school. They all came to school, man. The parents say they need them 8 hours. They can't. It's already enough with 2 weeks. Their parents say they need a break.
Yeah, but when it comes to it, like, okay, now I just say Miami. Like, if you ever like the difference between a Cuban and a black person. Now with the Cubans, they 16 of them in one house. They all gonna live in that house, pay for that house. Then they're gonna get the house next door. And 16 gonna be in that, they're gonna pay for that house, and then they're gonna get the house next door. Now, when you going through your neighborhood now, especially just saying ghouls down there, I think it may be 50-50, Cuban and black. So now they taking over. Now when you see them, now it's too late. They done took over. Now they owning everything. It's just like all that property sat there empty, abandoned, broke down. Nobody went by it. And the people came right in there and bought all that property.
Pete, and not to cut you off, look at the Mexicans down here. They the only people know they have 20 people in there. They stack the money and send it to their country to help their people. They live like they living their best life.
I mean, to tell you the truth, like sometimes you can live better with less. Like when we growing up, we ain't had shit. I ain't really had nothing, but we was okay.
Yeah.
I had fun, shit, and I ain't know that I was poor.
Yeah.
We know we poor shit. We had fun. We going to play football, baseball, food. We got the food stamp. We gonna go get us some food. We go home, eat, do the same thing over again.
Pete, that's when we growing up the food stamp. I think the dollar bill was brown. I think the $20 was it was purple, if I'm mistaken.
Right, but shit, we end up getting the card and all that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to it, it's like it's all about support system. And not a strong support system, most likely you may come out better. But then you got some kids that's very rich and wants to come down and be a gangster and be in the hood and not nobody. You got an opportunity to be out. Why are you trying to bring yourself back into it? Like if I was you, I would want to be on that side, but
yeah.
So,
but Pete, we got away from it, buddy. Because everybody want to be gangster. Everybody want to be real. You got to be a real nigga, Pete.
Be real stupid.
We got to be real, Pete. It's real.
It's just like I'm gonna just speak like when I'm from Goose, like village and all that type of area over there. Like it's a cycle. It was a cycle over there. Like it's like every 5 to 10 years, it was a group of homeboys that were going to the Fed. They do all the stuff together, then they get jailed up. I ain't gonna never tell on my dog. Something happened, boom.
They tell
it. Oh, this person said this. Before you get them, and then it's like
they ain't even said that. But the people, the detectives and the cops that made it seem like the person that told on you. So you trying to tell your story. It's like they use the reverse psychology on them guys. They don't even have none of the information. The only information they have when y'all start telling y'all, he said you was this and all that.
Yeah, I mean, that's on them though. But at the end of the day, it's like you have a choice. Like I ain't finna be no damn fool. Like I'm gonna tell you some of the stupid ass shit that they do. Yeah, I ain't saying no name, but this is what they do. They get it to be niggas. It's a clique. They get together. They do what they do. They set up what they do. I'm gonna ride with you one night. I'm gonna go this nigga the other night, and then I'm gonna go ride with this other nigga the other night. So I done did like 7 different people. Now I got 7 different people got my life in their hands. Now when that one of the 7 get jammed.
They telling on everybody.
It's a high chance that you gonna go to jail because I done did something with 7 different people. I got 7 different people that got something on me. And I used to be like, y'all niggas dumb.
But they ain't thinking like that. You getting the same thing. You getting the same thing because you gonna be accessory if you was there. If you go in there and kill somebody and you was at the scene that time, I don't care if you was out the getaway car. You getting the same thing they getting. They don't think about that.
I just go around there and tell you. I just go around there and mess with them like, but y'all need gonna be snitch. A nigga ain't no snitch because if
they want to snitch,
they never was tested. You never was tested, so you don't know if you're a snitch or not.
But you gotta understand. But Pete, they don't even understand when them white folks talking about we giving you 140 months. They don't think them young boys ain't thinking how many years that is. That man say you're gonna serve 140 months in prison. They're not thinking about that, bro.
What I'm saying is like I can tell you without me being under pressure that I'm not a snitch.
Yeah, everybody say that.
I'm not a snitch, but when the judge say, like you said, oh, we offer you 20.
Yeah.
Unless you tell us what J-Mo did, then now I'm reconsidering. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just tell on such and I can get out. Shit, let me take this get out of jail free card. Oh, we went here.
Because you best believe nobody trying to do no time. I don't give a damn how hard years. Nobody ain't trying to do no time. Because if nobody wasn't doing no time, and when they do the crime, they'll stay there. Nobody ain't trying to do no time where you could your freedom gone when they tell you when to eat, when to shower, and all that. What person in their right mind want to live in them kind of condition where they telling you when to use the restroom, shower, then when to give you a 3-course meal, when to eat? That ain't no life, bro. But I'm starting to see a lot of these niggas like that time, like going to prison.
No, you got to build your resume up. You got to get that on your resume to be a real nigga. You got to do sometime.
Man, I don't give a goddamn, man. Being a real nigga is being smart and staying out the way and working and taking care of your family, not looking over your shoulder. I just never understood when you talk to them. I asked one of my I said, bro, do you feel like it's safe? You can't even go to the grocery store nowhere. You got to look over your shoulders, not knowing somebody trying to get you. Not saying as a person that ain't never been in the streets, not saying that nothing can happen to me, but me looking over my shoulder every day of my life, bro, there ain't no way to live, bro. I don't give a dang what y'all say.
Yeah, I mean, you got a choice. You got a choice to either you want to get in it. If you get in it, then it ain't no turning off. So you better stay out of it. So that's why when it comes to it, you tell your kids now. You better pick a side, because once you pick that wrong side, it definitely ain't no coming back from that.
Yeah, Pete. But I'm about to get off here right here, man. I just want to give my apology to my friend. I want to tell Steve Dwayne Conley, bro, I love you. I apologize to you. I was wrong. If you hear this podcast, I know I shouldn't. I shouldn't have did what I did. I take full responsibility for it because I know how it hurted you, and it hurt me that you upset with me. There's no hard feelings and everything. I hope you could join our podcast, bro. I salute you. And you know how it is. Just have my money tomorrow when Colorado get beat tomorrow. All right. I hope to see you on the podcast, Steve-O, aka Dwayne. Love you, bro. Have a good night, Peterkin.
Good night.
Yeah.